Hey guys, welcome to a new boss guide. This one's 4.3, Spine of Deathwing 25 normal from the rogue perspective. This guide's made for melee and rogues in particular, so don't mind this if you're a healer or a tank. Now this fight actually begins, guys, when you're coming out of the sky. You want to exit out of that cinematic ASAP by hitting escape, and you want to get rid of that slow fall buff, and you want to start hitting those corruptions as soon as possible. These giant little fiery tentacles going spinning around. These guys freeze your raid. Now our raid strategy is to leave one remaining and to get the rest of them down as soon as possible. So the sooner you're on the ground DPSing those things, the better. Now these things with corruptions, will freeze your raid. So they're pretty nasty. So the best way to deal with them is to keep as few of them alive as possible. As soon as that happens though, a hideous amalgamation is going to spawn, and you're going to see corrupted blood start spawning out of the fire pools that the corruptions were in. We drag the corrupted bloods to the hideous amalgamations, and this is where my combat spec with Blade Flurry is extremely useful. Now around 60%, I decide this hideous amalgamation does not have nearly enough stacks, only 2, and it needs 9 before we can actually kill it. So I decide to peel off and just pad the meters in the back. Basically, there's nothing else for me to do at this part of the fight. I can't DPS the amalgamation with a skull on it because it's going to die way too soon and will have wasted the beginning attempt. And I can't DPS the bloods because, well, it's wasted my DPS. So I just go in the back and I just pad the meters and wait until the end of this phase. The range are totally capable and totally optimized to single target down those bloods and get the amalgamation up to 9 stacks ASAP. So you see I'm just going through my rotation. I do save my cooldowns, however, because as soon as this guy hits 9, he starts AoEing the raid. We need to kill this guy and then kill a tendon that's on Deathwing's back. You'll see the plate kind of go up and start wobbling around like a roof shingle that's stuck in a typhoon. And you need to make sure you're on that tendon ASAP, burning as many cooldowns as you can. As combat, however, I could say you can use Killing Spree whenever you want to because it's a really dangerous thing to use during the burn. Now, in terms of this fight's specs, I recommend you approach this as combat or subtlety. Both are optimized. So now this guy's at 9, he's about to blow up, you see he's casting Nuclear Blast. Just cloak this. Most new rogues will run away. If you cloak this, you're right next to the tendon, and as soon as you see it, select it, get your cooldowns running on the thing ASAP. In an ideal world, if I was doing this better myself, I would have all these cooldowns already running and Blade Flurry turned off before this burning tendon was even spawned. Because the key here, guys, is just unloading as much damage into this as possible. Additionally, even though I'm combat, subtlety is great for this fight because it's a burst spec. You get in there, you shadow dance, you vanish, you have all your cooldowns available, and you just blast the living heck out of that little burning tendon. So you see we have a bunch of ads, and here's where we do a barrel roll. We clear off all the extra amalgamations, and the bloods stay on the boss's back. And so we now have like 6 stacks immediately available. We kill off a corruption, we keep 1 standing like our strat usually suggests, and the next amalgamation comes in, and we start killing bloods. So I turn my cleave mode back on, I start killing corrupted bloods, and we get them stacked up pretty fast, actually so fast that I get kind of worried and I'm like, whoa, this guy's going to start AoEing around 60% and wipe our raid, because his AoE gets worse and worse and worse the more he does. It's key you have the amalgamation that's marked at a low percentage when he hits 9 stacks, or else your raid's going to wipe. So I work my way through this boss and I'm like, ho-do-do. Still cleaving, and then I realize he's at a pretty high stack of energy. Already at 70, and that's when I'm like, uh-oh. I turn off my cleave mode immediately. And I start just single targeting down this boss ASAP. Ideally, he'll be below 10% by the time we kill the 9th ooze on him. Once he hits 9, he starts doing his little AoE blast. My Cloak of Shadows comes off cooldown, and I'm ready to use it for the next nuclear blast. Remember guys, do not run away, you do not need to do that. Get your cooldowns already up. Here's what I would start doing my cooldowns to not waste any GCDs. Cloak of Shadows that blast, get on the Burning Tendon, and boom, just lay into it. Blast every cooldown. Remember guys, Killing Spree, pretty dangerous spell to use, teleports you all over the platform, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hit the tendon, I would not recommend using it. Utilize the other parts in the fight. Here, AR, burn into it. If you're subtlety, shadow dance, do anything you can to get that thing down. On the second plate, I use my potion because on the third plate, we use Heroism. And when it comes to burst, you want to make sure you have as much burst as possible for every single platform. So here we do another barrel roll, get rid of the amalgamations, same thing as last time. And a few people get frozen. This is where it gets really stressful on the healers too, guys. So make sure you're playing right and playing smart. Kill off the corruption and rinse, wash, repeat. Once again, guys, it's really easy. I'll let you watch the rest of this video, but for the last one we do Heroism. Just remember, have your cooldowns ready to go. Make sure you're stacked up near the exploding platform. Make sure you get on the tendon ASAP and unload those cooldowns as much as you can. The whole thing is a giant DPS burn and you can do your part. So help on those amalgamations, get those bloods dealt with, get on that tendon, wreck some face. Alright guys, hope this helped. Here's some venture-load conversation so you can listen to how we do the strat, and hope you enjoyed. See you later.
There's a lot of D-bots behind that.
Dead. Come on, let's get this one. Yeah, pick it up, pick it up. Pick up all the stuff you can. As soon as this thing gets run up, pick them up, like pick up the thing, take it all the way. Stop being, stop. And last as soon as the door out, get away from it.
That other around.
Last now.
I'm just gonna stay at the back.
Okay, left side.
Damn.
Kill it.
Well guys, hope you enjoyed. Please come back for some more rogue and melee point of view videos. I raid every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday live on twitch.tv/Cur1. Curry signing out. See ya.